has won 8 of his last 9. Neal, the favorite. Belal Muhammad, the plus 175 underdog. Muhammad in black. Geoff Neal out of the southpaw stance in what?
Neal expects Muhammad to come out very quick to try to get him out of there. So don't be surprised if someone goes to sleep in the very first round.
Muhammad light on his feet, switching up the footwork here early on.
Neal keeps that real high guard, man. Everything comes from up there. He doesn't drop his hands when he goes to punch. Very technical striker. Muhammad's bouncing around right now.
A little bit of a new look, I would say, for Belal Muhammad, just in terms of the movement.
Yep, just moving out there. I think he's trying to get a read on it. You know, he doesn't really know what to expect from Geoff Neal. And generally, the guy looks as good as he did last time. It does give you a moment of pause when you're in the octagon with him to start.
And you heard Bisping talk about that straight left of Geoff Neal. Oh!
Landed.
Yep.
Off that big body kick. Landed, puts himself in the clinch.
First clinch situation. Muhammad trying to fight for an underhook here.
First thing is head position. Whoever wins the head position.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! In and out!
Head position is so important because it breaks your posture if you're the guy holding the clinch or if you're the guy pushed against the side of the octagon.
Neal lands to the body, right underneath that right elbow of Belal Muhammad.
New approach by Muhammad, but a lot less active. And right now, he's allowing Neal to lead the dance way too much. Neal's going first, and while he's still trying to figure out the pace of the fight, Geoff Neal's already got it started. But now Muhammad lands a couple punches.
Yeah, pretty good counter from Muhammad. Neal doing a nice job raising that guard. Under 3 minutes here to go in round 1 of a possible 3. Shot from Muhammad, nice entry. Neal stays upright at least for now.
Yeah, but Muhammad did a great job of getting the hands locked right beneath the butt. Now Neal's toasting. Oh, wow, good takedown defense by Geoff Neal.
How about the strength on that post?
I mean, just posting up his body weight and Muhammad's body weight to get back to his feet. Great technique. You talk about him being a football player. That was just pure athleticism to stay upright.
He said during his football days he did not take losing well. He was the guy who was crying in the locker room after the game. Hasn't lost very much in a mixed martial arts setting. 6-1 as an amateur with a couple of titles, 10-2 now as a pro.
At some point, Belal Muhammad's going to have to make Geoff Neal respect him. He cannot allow Neal to just continue to walk forward and just really dictate the pace of the fight. Muhammad's out there throwing big left hooks, big right hand. Well, you see that with Neal. Look at that, just setting traps, trying to put Belal in a position to go and attack him.
Nice stick by Muhammad out of the break there. 90 seconds to go round 1.
43-0. Don't wait. 43-0.
You see some blood coming out of the nose of Muhammad now.
When you're a fighter and you're constantly on the back foot like Muhammad has been this first round, tough. You got to find a way to kind of go forward, earn some respect, let your opponent know that if he keeps walking you down, doesn't matter how much you tuck the chin, you're going to get cracked. Like that. Now Muhammad's kind of standing his ground a little bit.
22 laser. 22 laser, baby. You got 50 seconds left. Give me that 10 piece. 22 laser.
Neal goes high. Muhammad able to get his guard up. 40 seconds to go in the round.
Oh, nice right hook left hand by Neal.
Flying knee attempt from Muhammad appeared to land partially. Single leg attempt now from Belal, nothing doing.
Yeah, Belal's doing a really good job of timing his entries, but Geoff Neal is so patient in there. That's why he's able to defend. If he was more nervous, like you don't see these big actions coming from Neal. It's Belal Muhammad right now, jumping knees, taking the attacks. He's got to try to slow himself down so that he can really process things as Neal is right now.
A strong start in round one for Geoff Neal. We're back in 60 seconds. Any thoughts on that exchange in round one?
Great job in the corner. Really just asking for him to counter every time he comes in. And Duke was asking him not to back up against the cage like he is right now. I feel like if he counters back, it's going to keep him in the center of the cage. But, man, Geoff is just looking so good at pushing him backwards. He's so strong, so athletic, and I think they really need to be pushing for the level changes and just force him to wrestle a little bit. I think he can get tired by doing that, but I do feel they were saying the right things at the corner.
Trevor Whitman, thank you very much. Geoff Neal continues to apply pressure here.
Oh, and when Belal's trying to counter, Neal is lighting him up. That left hand is so fast and so straight. And Belal Muhammad landed a beautiful body kick early in the round. He's got to find a way to start to really push the gas tank of Geoff Neal. And Trevor said that. Make him wrestle more so that all that muscle starts to build up. The arms start to get tight. You know, build up the lactic acid. Clinch him, grab him. You cannot just stand out there and try to go strike to strike with a guy that is more athletic and faster than you.
Pretty good counter by Muhammad, but Geoff Neal continues to lead the dance here.
This is good for Belal Muhammad. You see it. There you go. Now he's going forward a little bit. Now he's the one that's going first. Oh! Look at what going first got him.
I'm telling you. Straight left lands flush for Geoff Neal. 90 seconds have gone by here in round two of a possible three. Muhammad just out of range, loaded up on the right hand. Now changes levels.
Oh, that was a really nice takedown. Great chain wrestling by Muhammad, but good job by Geoff Neal. Not trying to fight it once they hit the ground, just following the transition, which allowed him to get back to his feet.
And you don't even get a credit for that takedown because Neal wasn't completely down, and of course Muhammad not able to do anything with it. So Belal unofficially 0 for 4 in trying to get this fight to the canvas thus far.
But he did a good job of chaining things, though. He grabbed the leg instead of trying to go to his first finish, went to the second level and was able to get further along than he did previously. So next time he's on the legs, just try to go first finish, second finish, third finish. Maybe he'll secure the takedown next time. But now he's having some success with the striking because he's going first.
Yeah, Muhammad's starting to find the range a little bit on the feet. And if you've seen him fight, you know he can go hard 15, so that's encouraging for him as well.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say. As you said, John, you got to be ready to go the whole time because Belal's going to be there pushing that hard pace and still trying to win the fight, regardless if he's behind.
Bing, bang, baby. Mojo, 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 mojo.
Muhammad to the body. Neal counters beautifully upstairs.
Oh, Muhammad's doing a real good job of going to the body. You can see it starting to take an effect on Geoff Neal. Watch his face when Muhammad goes to the body.
Nice stick with the jab by Geoff Neal. Under 2 minutes now to go in the round.
I think Belal Muhammad has something, John. With that body punching, I think he's got something. The problem is Geoff Neal is just so sharp.
Neal continuing to circle away from that power right of Muhammad, but circling towards that left hook to the body potentially.
You know, one of the things that Belal Muhammad needs to do is feint more. If he feints, he'll draw out the attack of Geoff Neal. Because Geoff Neal is just responding. The moment Belal goes, Geoff's trying to throw at the same time at him. So if he throws some feints, he'll be more successful. Another good shot.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
Yeah, Geoff Neal's doing a good job of digging underhooks and defending.
Wasn't telegraphed, but it was up against the fence, and Neal was able to once again thwart that offering. So as yet, Muhammad unable to get Neal to the ground. Nice 1-2 there by Geoff Neal.
For as good as Geoff Neal has looked, how much better would it be if he actually worked in some strikes to the body? Could you imagine a guy that's that accurate and that good, but that doesn't just headhunt? To this point, he's been headhunting the entire fight. Oh, another good body shot.
Yeah, Neal has been efficient when he's gone to the body, but he has gone upstairs far more often. Another wayward shot from Muhammad. Ate a big left Geoff Neal with a big moment at the end of the round. Back in 30 seconds.
Does a great job of setting traps for Belal Muhammad and just throwing that lead left hand. Look at that. He puts that jab out there, but that's just a range fighter. If he lands it, great, but it's the left hand that he's really trying to follow up with. This one right here hurt Belal Muhammad a little bit, and then Geoff Neal really tried to get the finish at the end of the round. Great striking by Geoff Neal.
Round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. Trevor Whitman, some of us got to hear Saif Saud in between rounds. That man does not mince words. Your thoughts on the messaging there to his pupil, Geoff Neal?
I thought he did a great job. He had to really dig in because I felt like he started, Geoff was just, kicking back, being a little bit lazy. And Daniel called it perfectly. If he was throwing some body shots, it keeps the guy from shooting under. But Said did a great job of getting into him and say, do not get lazy, do not give this up.
All right, Geoff Neal with more total strikes landed, unofficially 53-40 here as we begin this third and final round. A huge 5 minutes here in terms of the career trajectory of a couple of welterweight hopefuls, Belal Muhammad and Geoff Neal. I mean, what a statement about the depth of this 170-pound division that these guys are fighting. Second fight of the night.
Yeah, this is a talent-rich division, but these two young men are definitely going to be around for a long time. And if Geoff Neal can put a cap on his performance, it will truly make a statement to all the welterweights in the UFC. And the Contender Series is now starting to become like the Ultimate Fighter, where guys will come off the show and be ready right away. And Geoff Neal and those guys are showing that it's a viable way to find talent for the UFC.
Nice reaction there by Geoff Neal as the takedown defense holds up yet again. Muhammad goes high with the head kick.
His corner's calling for all hands, which is very surprising when the kid has the ability to do everything.
Looked like Muhammad led with the elbow there to no avail. Muhammad lands to the body yet again. Just over 3 minutes here to go in this final round. Looked like maybe a clash of heads on the entry there. Oh, Geoff Neal with a knockdown.
That left hand is a piston. Holy smokes, that thing is fast.
The left hand of Geoff Neal started that whole thing. Now we'll see if he can get Belal Muhammad out of there. Muhammad's toughness on full display as he survived and stayed in this fight. But for how long? Muhammad back to his feet.
I mean, that lead left hand can't miss, John. You said he has a granite chin, and he's showing it, Belal Muhammad.
Nice kick to the body by Muhammad.
He's all busted up, but still going forward now. And he does it. The thing about Geoff Neal is he's not loading up, right? You never see him telegraph that left hand. You always see it kind of come in combination. You see it flow. If he was just throwing that thing hard, it would be much more difficult to land.
2 minutes now to decide this one. Some fast hands on Geoff Neal, man. Muhammad retreats as Geoff Neal lands again.
It would seem that Geoff Neal is ahead in this fight, but it's good to see a young fighter, even if they're ahead, still actively pursuing that finish.
And perhaps that round 2 is a little bit of a wake-up call as he partially eats that right hand of Muhammad.
But you also like to see this from Belal Muhammad. Belal Muhammad's like, look, man, oh, he got him again with the kick. That was beautiful.
Massive head kick for Geoff Neal. Somehow Muhammad's still in this fight.
But how, though? How's Belal Muhammad still up there? And going forward.
Right, throwing offense back Neal's way. Just over a minute now to go. The jab of Neal is there. Now right hand over the top. Oh. Muhammad counters. Back and forth we go.
Man.
An appreciative crowd here in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, man, look at Belal Muhammad.
Neal smiles, immediately eats a left hook from Muhammad.
because Geoff Neal always keeps his hands up, when Muhammad goes high with the kick, he just kind of blocks it with his forearm. He never gets out of position unless he's far away, where there's no danger. When he circles out, then he'll let his hands drop for a second.
So Muhammad has tried 8 times unofficially to take Geoff Neal down. He has been unable to do so, and thus we've had largely a stand-up affair. Less than 20 seconds to go.
Look at Belal Muhammad. Look how much the heart of Belal Muhammad, the fighter spirit. He's behind. He's been knocked down. He's been battered and bruised, but he's the one trying to finish this fight even as time expires.
Right. His teammates and coaches can't speak highly enough of Belal Muhammad, who goes the distance with Geoff Neal tonight. Outstanding showcase for the welterweight.
30-27 and 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Geoff has a steal.